Hey guys, I'm Morthadon, and we are back for To Your Eternity, episode 13. So, we are actually we actually had 2 weeks between episodes, mainly because of the recap episode that I skipped. And yeah, I'm excited to get back into this. I imagine we're starting, like, the new arc, because we left off with, unfortunately, Gugu dying, which sucked, and Fushi took on Gugu's form and tried to make Rin feel a little better, but I think somehow by the end of the episode she realized that Gugu was actually dead. That's what I got from what she said anyway. But yeah, it was a rough episode. He was a great character, and I was really hoping, because I had talked to my friend about it. Like, we talk about these episodes almost after every single one. We talk to each other, and one of the things I was saying was, like, after what happened to the boy in the first episode, and then after what happened to March, I felt like there was this pattern that, like, the new main side character that enters and Fushi gets really close to dies, And he was saying you shouldn't think like that, and I was like, I know, but I just have this feeling. And so, like, all the time that we've been with Gugu, I was, like, kind of waiting for what happened last episode, and then it did. So, like, I feel like the further we get from March, the, like, less connected I feel to the characters, just because I feel like they're gonna die, and it's just a problem with me. So sorry about that if that bothers any of you. But I had the same problem going through Game of Thrones, where, like, after season 1, I just didn't really care about many of the characters because I just assumed they were gonna die, But yeah, let's get started, shall we? And maybe we'll have some new horizons and a little break from the knockers, maybe, and get some new characters and have a little bit of joy, maybe. Well, I guess we'll see. All right, guys, we're gonna start here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. I also wonder if we're gonna get a new opening or not, because this is, like, the start of the second core, right? Damn, so he can... Damn, that's right. He can understand emotions now, which means he can actually mourn the dead. Whereas the other times we lost characters, he just kind of moved on. Okay, the same opening, cool. There is still a lot in this opening we have yet to see, so I'm not surprised if we keep this opening through the whole 2 cores. But I guess there is still the chance some shows do still change on 14, so we'll see. I'm still so bummed about March. She was such a... I think that's the other thing, too, was, like, we got to see Gugu grow up, and I think the older they are, the easier it is for me to accept their dying. But, like, seeing older March there, and, like, all she wanted to do was grow up, and she had so much potential, and she was so young when she died, it was like, ah, oh, man. Such a bummer. So I wonder what Fushi's path is going to be now. Does he try to become stronger so this doesn't happen again, or... 4.5 days, okay. Interesting wording of, like, tried on. Many expressions. Oh, he's here. Damn, so he can just summon him whenever? Aspiring to go higher. Okay, maybe get stronger to fight these things. Oh. In March's form got taken, so he like can't fully remember. Kind of like he saw her outline. I think March's form got taken anyway, right? Did he just become a fruit? Force him to change back? Damn. Yeah, that is interesting. Interesting. Jeez. You know what's interesting? Um... The fact that when Fushi asked why doesn't he help, he mentioned it'd be simple to control his body, but why can't he, in that form that he's in right now, help? Why did it come down to controlling Fushi's body? Well, that was coincidental. Interesting. We're having a... You know what? I just had a weird-ass reference for this show. Okay, yeah, so she did figure it out. Damn. Wow. That's awesome. Jeez. Bit his wound. Oh. Alright. The weird comparison I was gonna make is... This show reminds me a little bit of Doctor Who, where we have, like, a main character traveling around that lives for a very long time. He takes on different forms as time passes, and he always seems to have a companion with him, and some of them just leave, some of them die, and it's like ever changing. Just a little comparison. I know it's obviously there's a lot of differences and everything, but to be fair, he does stay in like the form of the boy from the first episode mainly. Like he does have the other forms, but in Doctor Who he changes permanently when he changes, so yeah. Time for a break. Alright. That face on her eating. Has he been eating? Oh, he's still hanging around. Interesting. Yeah, she can't see him. Can she not see him, or did he leave before she approached? I think we've had him standing there before, and other people just can't see him, so... Yep, I thought it might come to this. Nice. It is a little gross, right? Like, he usually climbs his march. Yep, that's what he's forgotten, right? Yeah, I kind of thought it took the memories when it took the forms. Yeah. I feel like this might be the first time they've actually confirmed that it takes the memories of the forms, too. Like, he has, like, an outline, like... Yeah. Oh, this song. Is that going to be one of his motivations? Oh, March. Oh, I'm getting teary-eyed again. Just seeing March for 2 seconds. Yeah. Whew. Hmm. Damn. Yeah. Yeah. Alright. Okay. Okay. Hmm. Interesting. And now he can turn into it. It should be dead now. Hmm. Damn. I didn't really know that either. Like, I know he somehow, like, sensed Gugu's death, but I didn't realize it was, like, every living thing he's near. Yeah, he can't make living things. Yeah. Damn. I like seeing him analyze what he can do. I've been kind of waiting for this moment. I've talked about it a lot, so. Oh. So is that why it. Interesting, okay. Yeah, it comes back. Right. An animal paradise. Interesting. It also looks like a peninsula that is surrounded by a lot of water, too. Okay. I love the. Oh. I hope this, I hope this person doesn't, trick them. Feels ominous not seeing her eyes. Yeah. Oh. Opening, kid. Jeez, yep. I thought something was wrong here. Branding them? Jesus. He's gonna heal it. Yeah. The heck? Well. Huh. Okay. I hope Piorin's okay. If they do this to the men, I'm a little worried about what they do to the women. Interesting. What? Well, that's just creepy. Yeah, that's not great. Did he turn into like a crab? Okay, no, he's the wolf. I thought he like turned into a crab and crawled into the water or something. Okay, sniffing out Piorin. I wonder, like, I've talked about it a lot, but I wonder if he has a limit. Uh-oh. Huh. I did! Well... What's this with bird flying around? It's worrisome. Oh, is he gonna... Is he gonna kill the bird and then take the bird's form? He has it, like, separated from the thing. Oh. It's her pet. He wants to be able to make his own. That's why he rubbed it on himself. I thought he could already make arrows. Oh, maybe he forgot. Because he lost the March memories. So why did they get brought there? Jesus. Yeah, that didn't seem like a mistake. That's a pretty big mistake to make if you just accidentally bring someone here. What? Okay. Interesting. Well, that took a turn I did not expect. I don't know how I feel about it. Like, I think I almost would have preferred going to the animal paradise and have him train his ability. Like, obviously, this is a device for him to become stronger here, right? But I just don't know if it's my preferred way of him becoming stronger. You know what I'm saying? Like, it took a more, like, shonen turn where now we have, like, a battle arena tournament thing that he has to, like, partake in, you know? But it's fine. I trust the show. I still like the idea, don't get me wrong. I just, when they offered up two possibilities, I liked the other one a little better. But I'm sure this one will be pretty good. Is this new? I think there's some aspects to this that are new. I don't remember some of this stuff. Interesting. Yeah. I think we got a somewhat different outro with some similarities still. Interesting. That was cool. Alright, guys. That is it for episode 13. Yeah, that was a great episode. I loved having Fushi test out the limits of his abilities. We learned a little bit more. One of the limits I'm most interested in is, does he have a limit to how much he can create? Because that's actually pretty insane. Like, I think that would be a pretty crazy thing that he could utilize, you know, is like, because if he can infinitely make the things that he's able to create, then technically he could infinitely blow fire because he could just keep making more alcohol to blow, right? And stuff like that. But does he have a limit? Like, he was sitting there making the spears before climbing up. Like, if he just sat there and spewed out spears out of his hand, how many could he make, you know? Like, can he make 5 million of them? Or at one point does he get, like, exhausted and can't make any more? That's, like, one of the limits I want to see pushed the most. But I really liked what we got to see here, where he was, like, learning how he can learn how to make new things, you know? So he has to, like, kind of feel them. Like, he said pain, but really he just, like, rubs stuff against his skin, and I mean, maybe he's pushing hard enough to make it a little painful, and maybe just even slight pain is enough, so it makes sense. And then he replicated the crab, but it wasn't alive, you know? So like he said, he could make Gugu again, but it'd be lifeless, you know? He can't replicate what makes things alive, you know? And he also, we got a hint at it through Gugu, and then we saw it here where he feels the pain of other things around him. Which actually, I think we've had instances of that in other episodes too, where like he was in prison and he stabbed that one guy or something, and then he was sitting there saying ow, ow, ow the whole time, where I thought he was just repeating what the other guy said. He was probably feeling that guy's pain because he was in proximity to him, you know? So that's interesting. But I think we also got, like, I don't know if we had confirmation before. It was something I always thought happened, you know? But the whole losing memories when he loses when a form is taken from him, I think I suspected that was happening based off like the visualization that we saw in previous episodes. But I think this is the first time we really addressed it and like fully confirmed, like, yes, he loses his memories of this person. Like, he doesn't lose the act of doing the thing. So like when we saw the flashbacks, he remembers climbing trees, but he can't visualize the form that he took on while he climbed those trees, you know? And he can't remember, like, the name or what the, like, he can somehow tell that that person was important to him, you know, but he doesn't have any memory as to, like, why or how and stuff like that. So, interesting. Yeah, I like the whole, like, how deep we're getting with his, like, abilities and stuff like that. And I like the idea of, it was kind of what I thought was going to happen, was getting stronger. Now that this has happened, he wants to be able to handle things on his own. He wants to be able to protect the people that are close to him, you know? He wants to be able to get those forms back because they're important to him and stuff like that. So I like the idea of him becoming stronger. Like, I don't like the idea of him just being helpless to these knockers the whole time. So I am glad we're getting this in one way or another, regardless of if it's training on the Animal Island or Animal Paradise. It wasn't an island. Or it's here in this battle arena. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting. And then, I mean, we all watched well, at least I watched the opening. I'm sure you guys did too. But we saw those kids in the opening, and at least some of them, I know we saw getting, like, veins in them. And I don't know if that's, like, I guess I'm kind of already expecting them to die too. But I guess I already don't really like them, since they're, like, dragging random people to this island and, like, making them become prisoners. I wonder what role those kids play, because, like, they were somehow, like, pulling people in, but it seemed like she said she made a mistake, right? I think it's a she. I don't even know if that's a girl or a boy, honestly. It could just be a young boy, theoretically. I think it's a girl, though. I don't know. But, like, the way she pulled them onto that other boat, and she said she made a mistake. I feel like she's lying when she says that, but if she really did make a mistake, did she somehow think that, because she said that this island is for prisoners, for, like, heinous criminals that have committed murder and stuff. So why are they there? You know, why did they get brought there if they didn't kill anyone? You know, so I wonder what the deal is with those kids, and why are they free on this island, but a lot of other people got taken as prisoners? Are they part of, like? And she said, like, everyone here eventually smiles. I don't know, and she said, I don't know if it's because they're actually happy, or if smiling is the only thing that keeps them from going insane, kind of thing. So, it's just not a good place. I guess, so there's prisoners, and then there's the people that are allowed to roam free. I look forward to learning, like, the difference, like, why they're there, you know? Are they prisoners too, but for some reason they're allowed to roam free? Or are they, like, recruiters or something, you know? I don't know. But they definitely give, like, an ominous feel. Maybe I'll enjoy them as we learn more about them. I'm sure there's going to be something that makes us sympathize with them, you know? But right now they just kind of seem like the bad guys, antagonistic to our characters. So, yeah. But, anyway. Interesting. I liked the whole Piorin. I know we're jumping all over the place through this episode, but I like the Piorin going with, going with Fushi and saying that she originally set out with him to help him, and she felt like she hasn't done that yet, so she wants to stay with him, and she's aware that it could mean her death, but she's old, and she wants to spend the last bit of her life doing what she wants, you know, and this is what she wants. I'm glad that Fushi ended up accepting her, even though it was begrudgingly and stuff like that. But I do like that she's, like, setting out to help him, even if it's the last thing that she does, you know? And yeah, that was, like, a really cool conversation. And I'm glad that she was there to remind him about March, because I guess like he just wasn't aware of what he lost before, because the man in black was saying like, oh, you finally get it, you know. So I think all this time he hasn't realized that he's losing memories of them. And I guess, like, it just, even when he killed the thing and got all the memories back, I guess it just didn't click to him that that's what was happening, you know? Or I guess the idea, maybe it did, but maybe the idea of once you've lost something, you don't know that you lost it kind of thing, you know? Until you get it back, and then you're like, oh shit, yeah, I lost that. So it might be that too, where, like, maybe every time he loses something, he's gonna have to rediscover this, but maybe he'll know next time that it took something, and that something was probably important, you know? So, I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, the whole conversation between him and the man in black was really interesting, because it kind of addressed a lot of the things of, like, why doesn't he fight? And, I mean, I guess it didn't really address it that much, because I'm still confused. Because he talked about controlling Fushi's body, and we see him in, like, a spirit form. So is he, like, not... Can he not interact in a physical way? And maybe that's why, you know? Where did we... So he said, why don't you fight? Yes, it would indeed be simple. But even if I can control your body, I can't control your mind. The knockers, until their objective of killing us is put to an end, the attacks will continue. Interesting that that he says killing us. So not just killing Fushi, killing him too. Which is interesting. Like, I wonder if he can die. It will be you, not me, who stops them. One day, I will no longer be here. You need to prepare to defeat them on your own when that time comes. Yeah, it's really interesting the way he talks. Like, you're a critical step in achieving my goal. It's like he's trying to leave behind a legacy. And, you know, how, like, I assumed that because Fushi is immortal, right? I assumed that he was immortal too, because you would think that something capable of creating immortality, I imagined, would be immortal itself, but maybe he's not. You know, maybe unless he has to move on to somewhere else. You know, so maybe he's helping Fushi for now get stronger so he can protect this planet, and then he moves on to another planet or something. I'm not sure. Or maybe it's just the case that he can't, God, there's something really in my eye. Sorry, guys. Maybe it's like he can't actually, live forever, and eventually he's gonna die, and Fushi is gonna be his legacy that stays behind and protects this planet and stuff like that, you know? But, interesting. I'm intrigued by that for sure. So, what does he say after a critical step in achieving my goal? I don't think there's much else regarding, yeah, he just says, like, I don't care, tries to attack him and goes right through him. You've grown quite troublesome, and then turns him into a wolf, and, yeah, okay. That's fine. I remember most of that. So yeah, interesting. I'm definitely, like, obviously I'm intrigued as to what the Man in Black is, like, who he is, what he's capable of, because it doesn't seem like he's capable of interacting with anything but Fushi. I was always thinking, like, because he does his little finger thing at Fushi, and the glowy light goes and hits him and forces him to transform and stuff, that maybe he was able to interact in other ways and fight the knockers himself, but for some reason he wants Fushi to do it. But the way he said it seemingly made it seem like he could only attack by controlling Fushi's body, and he doesn't want to do that because he can't control the mind. But interesting. Yeah, so we have some training coming up. We have Fushi trying to get stronger, while also the goal of saving Piorin is there, which is gonna probably help him push himself and become stronger that way. By like usually the harder someone has to push them, or like having a goal, kind of like a something to really drive him forward, other than the idea of just becoming stronger, but also the idea of saving Pure, I feel like is really going to help him push forward in his strength. So, yeah, great episode. I loved it. Like I said, I wish we were going to the animal paradise instead of like a battle arena, but it is what it is. I still think this could be very enjoyable. The way this show handles things, I think it's not going to disappoint. So, yeah. Anyways, guys, that's going to be it for me. Hopefully you enjoyed. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you did. Check out my Patreon if you want to see some more content from me. I have early access for some of my other shows. Not for this one, since I watch it right after it airs and release it right after it airs. But I also have my Patreon exclusives, which are shows that are only on my Patreon. I'm watching Reincarnated as a Slime Season 2, Black Sails, and Jujutsu Kaisen right now. So all three of those, you can get access to a bunch of those episodes on my Patreon at the moment. So check that out if you're interested. Link is in the description. Or you can go to patreon.com/Morthadon. Or it should be popping up on the screen as well. So, yeah, thank you guys so much, and I will see you in my future reactions. Bye-bye.